thank you so much for meeting with us today. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to meet with us.
Of course, you guys are a priority of mine. I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. So you're out of North Carolina, and I wanted to thank you so much for your service. We really appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the origin of Johnny Slicks and how you kind of came up with the concept.
So super easy. There was a problem, and there currently is a problem in the cosmetic and grooming industry. There are too many products that are filled with chemicals, alcohols, emulsifiers, colors, and just generally things that nobody knows how to pronounce without having 8 years of school. So about 2015, 2016, I was getting ready to get out of the Marine Corps, and I realized that my hair was thinning really bad. I had and as you guys see, my hair is thick and coarse, and it should not be falling out. But in around late 2015, early 2016, I looked in the mirror and I noticed my hair was thinning. Obviously a drastic problem. I take great pride in my hair and my grooming. I did in the Marine Corps and I do now. So that was the problem. The problem was my hair was thinning. And at the time, I had absolutely no idea to look at ingredients on cosmetics. I knew that it's important to look at your ingredients of things that you're eating, but I never thought about the things that we're applying and things that are being absorbed into our body through our skin. So it just clicked. One day I was like, I took a jar of, obviously not Johnny Slicks, but I took a jar of a commonly off the shelf Walmart bought products, look at the ingredients, and I was blown away by the massive list of just hazardous chemicals. There's things in these products on Walmart shelves that should be in garages. You find them in Lowe's. You shouldn't go to the health store to get these things. So I identified a problem. Now I needed to find a solution. So in my mind, I thought, well, organic's really expensive. I can't afford that. I was getting ready to get out of the Marine Corps. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I was 22, going on 23. And I said, well, if it's organic, shouldn't I technically be able to make it? Like I should just be able to go in the woods and forage some ingredients, come back home, cook them in a pot and make my own stuff. Concept, yes, is not that easy. It took way more work to actually develop a product. But ideally, my hair was thinning. That was the problem. I identified the solution of making my own organic ingredients and organic products. I just needed to figure out what to do. What ingredients will help benefit hair growth, prevent future hair loss, and cure and stop my hair from thinning. Started diving into hundreds of different ingredients. I eventually had a list of about 300 ingredients. I bailed on pretty much that entire list. I realized I'm overcomplicating it. Most humans, I believe you guys would agree, we overcomplicate everything. For some reason, we just love to overcomplicate it and then stress about it and then complain about how we're stressed. I completely ditched that whole list. I cut it down to 6, 7 ingredients and just bought them. I pulled the trigger. I was waiting for someone else to tell me to do it. I decided no more. I got to do it. So I pulled the trigger, bought these 7, 8 ingredients, burned them up, caught fire in my kitchen, had no idea. I was terrible. It was a massive, anyway, a giant mistake. I wrote down all my notes. I ended up buying another 6, a different 6, and it started just experiment with just a handful of ingredients at a time. I realized that I had no money in the bank because I was getting out of the Marine Corps. So I found out you can sell blood for money, plasma. So Rebecca, my wife, and me went down to our local I think it was called Biotest, a little plasma center, and we would sell plasma to buy 5 or 6 more ingredients for me to go burn up in the kitchen again, trying to create a product that's going to help me. About a year goes by, I ended up actually nailing the formula. And you can't really tell, but right here, mounted on my wall right here is the first product I ever made, actually, the first pomade. Now it looks a little something like this, but I figured out a mixture of ingredients, the temperatures they need to be cooked at in order to increase blood flow to my hair follicles in order to promote healthy hair growth. And it worked. I solved the problem for myself. I worked in the barber industry for a while. That was what I was doing while I was in transition. And just talking to a couple guys in the barbershop every day, I realized that this problem is everywhere. Everybody is dealing with some sort of skin thing, dry skin, overly oily skin, hair's thinning out, hair's too frizzy. Everybody's dealing with these problems, but no one's talking about it. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and start making this for other people and to solve other people's problems. And it just spread. It just like wildfire just spread everywhere because everyone started to just flip over the jars of what they were using and realize that they can't pronounce these 30-letter long words. They're going to move away from that and move to organic. And I have the solution right here. So it was just a simple, I had a problem, found a solution, realized everybody has this problem, and started offering the solution to everybody.
I think that's really cool that you did that, because it is a problem out there. And you do look at the ingredients and products all over and you're like, wow, I can't believe that's in the back. That you're right. You can't go to your garage with those and they're like in these products. And obviously it did solve the solution. By the way, I think it's so funny. You're like, oh, I lit it on fire, and your wife is super supportive and she's like, here's more.
Yeah, she was a manager at Chuck E. Cheese at the time, and she was really good at her job. She's really organized, and she's currently the COO. She's amazing at organization. But I remember her coming home late one night, working a double shift. And like I said, like we were selling all of our stuff. My car got repoed, like charge off credit cards. Like it was bad. We were trying to figure this out, trying to figure out like over a cosmetic product, you know?
Right.
But she came home one day super late, and she says there was black smoke in the kitchen. I think she might've been exaggerating a little bit, but there was quite a couple times where it was a little bit, my adrenaline was spiked and I was like, oh, I got to get a fire extinguisher. There were a couple moments like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you know, that kind of represents business and having your own business,
right,
ups and downs. So
yeah, exactly. Yep. And then of course, learning from the fires, learning what caused it, how to prevent it, and what good it did. Yeah.
Right. Well, and I actually think that's an inspirational story, because I think people think it's going to be easy and you're like, oh, I guess that was pretty simple to put together. And you're like, no, this actually takes a lot. So you yourself are super dedicated and have a lot of ambition. So good job for that.
Thank you. And the biggest thing I learned over that time period too is simple, not easy. I was overcomplicating everything, and that just made it really difficult for no reason. It's simple, not easy. It's supposed to be difficult. That's why nobody's doing it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So how's the competitive landscape in the industry? Do you run up against anybody?
Yeah, there's a couple people, but honestly, the way we look at it is a little bit different than most people, I'm sure. My competitor is my sales yesterday. That's how we look at our competition. The way I look at it, I love metaphors. If you talk to me, ask anybody from my team, I love metaphors. It just is what I do. Yeah. If I'm walking a path, Johnny Slicks, the company, is walking on our path, and then all of a sudden I get distracted and I look to my left at a competitor, I'm no longer looking at my path. And then all of a sudden I fall into comparison syndrome, where I start to say, oh, they got that new machine. They launched a new product. I need to do that. And that's super unhealthy for me and the team and the business. I need to stay on my own path. So the way we look at competitors is a little bit different. I don't really look, honestly, everybody's doing their own thing. And I'm going to keep doing me and Johnny Slicks things. And there's nothing no one can do about it. You know, the more I spend energy wise on Johnny Slicks customers, the Slicksters, our team, our relationships, our internal relationships, the more I can focus on those and not give energy to competitors, the better everybody is going to be. The healthier everybody's going to be, and the more the business is going to grow. I
actually think that piece of advice would be great for everybody to replicate. I think you're on point with that. And obviously it shows, because you are growing like crazy. So
I know.
Good job. I know we see those orders coming in and I'm like, yes, we're all so happy for you. And
thank you.
Because you're a great person and your whole team is lovely to work with. So, you know, I think the product is exceptional. I guess this might be kind of obvious, but how'd you come up with the name?
Johnny Slicks? Oh man, it's so long ago. I can barely remember. It just seemed like such a genuine name. I think somebody called me Slicks way back in the day when I was transitioning out of the Marine Corps into barbering. And everyone just called me Johnny. So my real name is John, but Johnny just came across as like a easy, fun name. And then Johnny Slicks just fell into my lap. And I was like, that's it. Bought the URL, got the Instagram handle, and it just worked.
Well, I think it is a really unique name and it's super fitting. And I can kind of get the picture, you know, when you hear the name, you're like, oh, that's cool. And then that is actually leading into the artwork. You guys have beautiful artwork. So did you come up with all that, or how did you guys come up with all the artwork?
So originally when I was starting Johnny Slicks, this was the logo on my palm. So it was originally like just a normal skull with a beard. And then as we incorporated a little bit more branding into the business, because at the time I had jars with no labels on them. I would like write in Sharpie on it, this is pomade. And I would travel. I traveled to New York, Connecticut, Florida. I'm here in North Carolina. I traveled everywhere in a little briefcase. I'm a terrible salesman. Let me just start off by there. Terrible salesman. All I do is I just tell my story and I tell the problem and the solution, and that works. I don't try to sell anything. So I'd go around everywhere trying to sell these products. And eventually, like I was focusing on trying to make the sale, not so much of the branding. I met with our partners, Nick Kumalatos and Ali, and they ended up becoming and evolving it into something that it always, I guess, was. But the artwork was evolved over time just by branding, and everything just fits so well, and I love it so much. Also, I have I don't have ADD. I have entrepreneur symptom where my imagination, everything just runs wild all the time. I have a million ideas, a million times. Like I'm just wild on ideas. If it was up to me, I would have a billion logos. Like I can't stick on one. Because of them and because of their business experience, they're able to lock down branding. So they're able to help capsulize everything and keep Beast Wash the Beast and Johnny Slicks this, so really it's on Allie. She's amazing graphic designer and artist, and she's been keeping everything looking fresh and consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's super neat. Your guys' artwork is very eye-catching, unique, and it gives it that like clean look. So it fits with your guys' brand and the whole what you're putting out there. I thought that was what stood out to me. So yeah, it's definitely nice. And the way the labels come off the machines, it's that, obviously we post about it a lot because it looks so good.
Yeah, I can't wait though. We're going to be doing a redo here soon and making them all like next level. I'm excited. I'm actually going to talk to you guys about it here soon. So.
Well, I know we should actually go through that because we have the new embellisher now and some of that UV prints. You can almost feel that tactile 3D, and we'll just do mock-ups for you and get those out because you'll feel it and it'll do some 3D imaging. But anyway, that's separate. But I get I
cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So I guess talk me through, how does the design and the packaging work for you guys? Like, what does that process look like in your company in the manufacturing?
Yeah. So I'm the visionary of the company. So I come up with the ideas and the just a broad aspect. And Allie, she does all of the media and graphic design and everything. So her and I will sit down and we'll just kind of pitch ideas back and forth. She's coming up with different names, and I'm a true hardcore believer that there are no dumb or stupid or bad questions and ideas, nothing, because a bad idea can trigger a brilliant idea. But if that bad idea was never brought up, then that brilliant idea doesn't exist. So her and I will sit down and we'll just back and forth, ping pong ideas off of each other, different slogans, different ideas, different marketing, different discounts, different things should be on the label. And then we kind of just rough draft it. I'm a notebook guy. I have a billion of these notebooks everywhere. Yeah. I literally have sketch notebooks where I just draw ideas, label ideas. I have a new label I'm working on, and I just sketch. I just write down new ideas. She does the same thing. We get together and we just kind of pitch them, cross out things that didn't work, what we can do better. And eventually it just becomes a label. And I know it sounds super simple, but there's a lot of work that goes into it.
It's super complex. So I actually admire that you're writing it down and putting it in a book, and then you think about it and then you go over it with the team. And then, I had to pick all the right adhesives and the top coatings. So
yeah. And of course, this is grooming and cosmetics. So it's going to be in people's bathrooms. So there needs to be a water aspect to it. And it has to look good on camera. So it has to be aesthetically pleasing. There's a ton that goes into it. And I'm a perfectionist. I'm working on it. And these things are to a T incredible. I have no complaints on the labels that are. They are absolutely gorgeous to me. I get lost in looking at them, and they never used to look this way. This is you guys, the detail and the amount of attention to detail on these things, how they're cut in the corners. It's amazing. It's beautiful at a simple word. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that because, we try to strive for the best, and we train all of our operators to make sure we see those little things because like you said, it's important for your industry. And if we're an extension of your business and a partnership, we always think of it there are products and we want them to be the best for you guys.
Yeah. And I feel that, but yeah.
Good. Do they hold up okay in the shower and water and all that good stuff?
Yeah. It depends. So if they're not supposed to, if somebody has a product in their shower for 9 months, right, I'm sure there'll be some ripples, but these products are supposed to survive somebody over 30 to 60 days. Yeah. And in that time frame, they are spotless. They are perfect. There's no ripping. There's no tearing. There's no ripples. There's no bubbles. Beautiful.
Good. Yeah, no, you want your brand to stay on there. So then right at the time they're falling off, just in case they forget, which I don't know how they could forget a name like yours. That's probably,
I know.
I wouldn't forget that, but they want them to reorder.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool how you guys put a sticker in the box when they get it and they open it up. How did you guys come to that idea?
No, so I'm a sticker fanatic. I used to be. And I used to absolutely love, here's the thing. I think for business, you should never under promise, or you should under promise and over deliver, right?
Yeah, promise over, yeah.
Yeah. But you should never under deliver. And that's like literally how you get people to not come back to you. When you give them, and unfortunately in this time that we live in, people don't want just what they ordered. They want a tiny bit extra. They want just a little bit extra. And if you can give that to them, you have yourself a returning customer just by doing that little bit extra. And a sticker, you can have 20 of them. I don't care. If that's what it's going to be, I don't care. Take them. They're stickers. Have as many as you want. So, and just a quick funny story. There was a guy that did a pomade review for us on YouTube, and he actually was upset with us that he got a free sticker in the box because he said we're wasting money. And at that point in my life, I said, I cannot please everybody. Yeah. There's people who want stickers. There's people who don't. I'm just going to do me. Everybody gets stickers now. I don't care. So,
well, I think it's a nice touch. Like all of them look super neat. You know, I don't know if you think this one was cool. I think you're right, because when you buy something and you open it up, you're like, oh, this is great. And then that little extra top finishing, just a little something extra, knowing you were thinking about thanking them. It's like you know, thank you. And I think it goes a long way.
And I really do believe that every single action that we output as a company and as an individual has to have a purpose, like an actual, like, no crap, this is the purpose of it. Just like our jars are amber color, so they prevent UV wear, you know, so we don't use preservatives. We have a natural one. Everything has a purpose. And the sticker, it's a purpose to make you happy. You're a customer, and I want you to be happy. It doesn't matter what it costs. It's your experience. You are the most important thing in my business and in my world. So if it costs me a sticker, if it costs me 20, like I said, 20 stickers, your happiness is the most important thing. Whatever I can do to accumulate that and get it and start a healthy relationship, I'm down. I'm good. Let's do it.
Yeah. Do people ever try to input ideas? Like, do they ever try to say, hey, add this, or come up with a different like brand?
Of course. And it always starts with, have you ever thought of doing this?
Or you're like, no, my mind goes 100 miles an hour. I've never
I actually have it written down 4 times in here and in this one. Yeah. I love everybody's idea. I appreciate everybody's idea. And like I said, there are no bad ideas. There are no stupid ideas. And I hate that concept. I hate that at some point in our lives we were told that we have bad ideas. That's ridiculous to me. So I love when people pitch me ideas, but it's up to me to decide how much work, because some people will pitch an idea. They don't know it. That's going to take 2 weeks of actual work. And I might need to hire somebody new to do that. You know, they don't think about that. They only think of the front facing, the stage. They don't see behind the scenes. So I love getting people's ideas because that's everything. I'm only one dude. And these people they are ideas, and they have brilliant ideas. And if they're willing to give it to me, I'm nothing but listening. I'm listening to you, you know?
I agree with you. I think it's important to listen. And I feel like you're very open, and that's part of your success and why you're so successful as a company. I think you definitely are receptive.
Yeah. And it's easy. That's what I'm saying. It's simple. It's super easy. We overcomplicate it. You just got to listen to people.
That's cool. Yeah. So what do you appreciate most about our Sticker Mountain relationship?
Communication, quality, and price. Price I put last because don't hold me to this.
I won't.
But I would still be doing business with you guys if you charged me more. Don't hold me to that. I would don't raise my prices. But the communication and the relationship status is absolutely like refreshing in a day and age where it is crucial to make sure that we are working with vendors. Like, a relationship is healthy and open, transparent, and honest is night and day. I cannot work with companies who don't care. Just simply put, if they don't care, I'm not on board, because that's not who we are. And you guys fit our culture and our ethics and our morals so to a T that when I have a problem, you guys are like, don't even worry. It's already on its way. We already solved that for you, man. Don't even worry. And that takes that entire stress away from me. So the open, honest, transparent communication has strengthened our relationship so well that now I'm excited to order labels and excited for them to come, because I know they're exactly what I am envisioning in my head. And there's very few people in my life who can take what I say in my visions and actually make it come true. And you guys are one of those people. So that is a massive, massive thank you from us and me to you guys. But also the quality. Before we were working with other companies, it wasn't consistent. We had some ups and downs. Sometimes things came weird sizes. We had labels come pink one time. I'm not kidding. Pink labels, like, that don't fit our branding. And obviously this company didn't know who we were enough to not only print it, QC it, and then send it to us. That doesn't happen with you guys. I've never had that happen with you guys. You guys are always able to catch it. And then if there's any questions, you ask. That's like incredible to me, because so many people are scared to ask. Just ask and we'll fix it. We'll figure it out. Like, it doesn't need to be this whole thing. Let's keep it simple. And obviously your guys' prices, I've looked, I can't find anywhere better. For the quality, no way. I can't. I'm not even willing to look anywhere now.
Well, I appreciate you saying all those nice things, because I love that you acknowledge it, that we go the extra mile, because as you know, in business, it's not easy to set up all those different QC spots, or our employees are just so caring about what they do and they have pride in it. And a lot of them go out, and I know like half the staff loves your product. So they're like, do it for sure. But, we try to have that across the board, and it doesn't matter if somebody's ordering, 50 stickers or tens and thousands of labels or into the millions. It's just who we want to be, because, life is short and you get to be represented a certain way. And just like your brand, you want it's a message, it's a problem that's out there. And I think that hopefully we're solving problems for people too. Like, you have enough headaches out there, ordering labels should be easy and met to your expectations.
Yeah. And they 100% do. They really do. Like, it's made my inventory. You guys label, you write on them how many are in it. Like, the amount of detail and attention to detail you guys have put into it, I can tell the behind the scenes. Being a business owner, I can tell the behind the scenes, there's been a lot of mess ups, a lot of failures, and a lot of fixing, because the way you guys operate comes from experience. Because I work with other companies and they don't even have the type of implementations that you guys do. And it's not front facing. This is just, as a business owner, I know you guys have those QC things. I know it's not easy. And I know there's been hiccups and headaches and stress and anxieties about it. And I know it's not easy. And the amount of times I can say thank you for being able to implement that and then have it feed into my business, I couldn't say thank you enough. I really couldn't. Well,
that means a lot. And it's reassuring because, as you have the hard days and you're like, oh, are we getting it somewhere? Or is this right?
Yeah.
We have this in order. And I mean, I just want the labeling part of your business to be the easiest part. So I love that you're acknowledging that. So then, if you could focus more on coming up with products, because you need to worry about labels. You need to be creating, because you're the mastermind behind that. And, everyone's really happy with your stuff, and you shouldn't have to worry about, it's like, you pick the color. It should be the color you picked.
Yeah. And I used to worry about it. And ever since you guys, I don't. It's gone. That worry.
And we're so like-minded because, not that everybody's flawless, and then if there's something that happens, I think, hopefully we've always solved anything quick, and, we get right back on it or find another solution.
Yeah, every single time. If there's ever a mess up, it's always solved. Like, there has never been a time where I've been upset, frustrated, worried, or stressed about anything with you guys. Like, comfortably, I can say that,
Well, I appreciate that. And again, I think everything you're doing is great, and you're solving a problem out there. And I love the partnership and being, on the same page in business.
Yeah, it's crucial. It really is.
Yeah. Do you have any big plans? Anything new you're going to release sometime soon?
4th of July, we're launching an after action soap. You guys just printed the labels not too long ago, and we just made a bunch of those. That's an antibacterial soap for fighters and first responders and military cooks. Anybody that deals with any type of bacteria, airborne or topical. We made a soap for it, a natural soap. And all it uses, let's keep it simple, peppermint and tea tree essential oil. They're both antibacterial and antimicrobial, and they work.
Isn't it funny how people overcomplicate it? Because you do look in the back of some of these things and you're like,
Methylchlorazine 6?
What?
Where is that? Where'd you find that? Yeah, I know. It drives me nuts. I try to tell people all the time, just flip it over. And really, it really does come down to it. Limiting belief. You don't know what you don't know. And you just have to be open to it. So when I say, hey, that Dove soap you got there, you might want to flip it over real quick and see what you're putting on your kids. And they're like, no, I don't need to. It's Dove. It's comfortable. It's nice. It's made by, a nice company, family company, right? You flip it over and it's got at the bottom, see website for more ingredients, That's not good. Let's go ahead and move that away. But people don't really know to look at that until they're told to look or, challenged to look. It really is simple.
You know what? You're so right. And when you look at all the products out there, like you said, that's really concerning. You have to go to the website for more ingredients that they fit on a label, and it's pretty like, oh, well, and I often wonder, what is the manufacturing of that? Because now you're putting products together, and somebody's probably making it for you now at this point, because you guys are getting bigger. I don't know if you have.
No, we manufacture.
So doing it in-house?
Yeah, we do everything in-house, manufacturing as well as fulfillment. We do everything right here in North Carolina.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you think you're going to have to use somebody at some point soon?
Sorry for my language. Hell no. Nope. We're going to stay American made, local handcrafted right here until we're in the grave. Like American manufacturing and American workers is our passion. That is our hardcore passion.
That is awesome. That is like, I love hearing that. And I think that's super great for the business. And
yeah,
I think people appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate it because it was me. I was doing this stuff in my kitchen. I was pouring pomades and hand labeling things and writing thank you notes in my kitchen. And then I put online, hey, I need some help labeling products. And these guys, these team members we have at Johnny Slicks, they raised their hand and said, I'll come do it for you. I'm so grateful for them having the ability and willpower to come work and do it. And at the same time, the more you work with their hands, the more in the moment you are, the more you can grow as a person. So each one of these people we have on the team is not only growing with the company, they're growing individually because of their hard work and their discipline that they're doing this work.
Right.
It's amazing. And I never want to see that stop.
No. And I think sometimes they even underestimate the purpose they're fulfilling as employees.
Yeah.
Like, wow, if it wasn't for you, look at the bigger picture. Look at what you're making. Like you're doing this with your hands. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I know. And and we all do. We get so hyper-focused on the canvas, we forget to step back and look.
Yeah.
And when you step back and look at all these people that are ditching these chemical-filled products and their hair is growing back and they can feel their skin again and they feel happy and their aromatherapy of the products is making them, there's beyond hundreds of stories about these things and changing. And it's all because of these guys, these Americans, these people right here, these team members that are using their own two hands to make something from nothing and create a product that can change. How can pomade and soap change someone's life? You know? And it's the energy, it's the positivity, it's the hard work that's going into it. That's the attention to detail. And a lot of it, they see the jar and that label is because of you guys. So it's this relationship and this teamwork that we have that's changing everything around us. It's changing people's lives and it's incredible. I'm incredibly grateful for everything.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that. That was, it's honestly inspirational. And, if you wanted to give one message out to anybody out there, what is like one inspirational thing that you think you want?
In a box?
I mean, you could say one or five, I could go on like a bunch of them, but what is something you want somebody to learn? Like if they're watching this right now, what do you want them to hear from you?
Shoot, there's like 9 of them.
For it.
If there was one, I would say,
I have all the time in the world, so go for it. Your message is going to get out there.
Do hard things. Do things that challenge you because those are the most rewarding things. And at the same time, just because it's hard doesn't mean it's complicated. You know what I mean?
Yep.
A million piece puzzle seems hard. Yes, but not impossible. It just takes time. And actually, if you really look at it, it's actually quite simple because there's only 4 sides to these puzzle pieces. So if you really focus and do the hard thing and keep it simple, literally you can take anything you see in here and now you can make it come true. Anything. There isn't a single thing that you can think of that cannot be manifested by your own 2 hands.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
That's so true. And I back that up 1000%. And I hope people really actually hear that message because it is rewarding when you do something hard, but you're right. It doesn't mean it's like overcomplicated. It just might be challenging. Yeah.
And it all starts with just one, literally it's a super all these like easy, simplistic sayings are overused, but it literally starts with 1 step. If you cannot make it to the gym, if you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym today, and you can't do that, start with something simpler. Start with easy. I'm going to drink a whole bottle of water today, and then just do it. And then you start to trust yourself. You start to build confidence in yourself. And then you can build that discipline to now overcoming anything you find obstacle in your way. Any problem is now an opportunity to experience and grow. And it all just comes down to simple and just doing hard things. That's it. If you find it difficult, do it.
Yeah. No, I'm totally with you because even the discipline behind it, the discipline equals freedom.
100%.
You're going to be so much happier in your mind and your heart and the way you feel about yourself. And then honestly, they create people like you will start creating products and you have that mentality. And I think it's super neat because you've come a long way and I can see you going a very long way, and I'm proud to be a part of your company, honestly.
Thank you.
So is there anything, I guess, you want us to improve on? Is there anything we can do better for you?
Let me think about it.
Okay.
If I can think of anything, I'll let you know. But as of right now on the spot, I can't really think of anything.
That's totally fine. We want to make the user experience online easy. We're going to always be updating and trying to get new software and stay up with technology so you guys can have the most cutting edge labels, because I think that's part of it too, because we want you to stand out from all the other labels on the shelf. And
Yeah. You guys definitely, I mean, you already do that, which I love. You color match everything. Your reordering is super simple. If that can get simplified, I mean, I would not know where to start because that thing is pretty easy,
That's the goal, is like, and it's not easy. You sit there and you're like, nope, all right, scratch that, restart. This is what we're doing.
Yeah. No, I know. I believe it. And then you go down a path and you start doing it. You invest probably a week and a couple grand into a project just to learn that that's a dead end. You got to try something different. Yeah, I know.
People who win aren't quitters.
Yeah, 100%. Actually, it's funny you said that. I drew a whole page, a graph about that. Yeah, look, I'm not going to explain too much, but I literally drew winners, losers.
Exactly. Well, that's like the whole saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take in life. And the whole is try it, go for it. Don't stop. If you have a dream, keep going. I'd
rather be a loser than a quitter because a loser can win. A quitter gave up, can never win.
Yeah. You literally gave me goosebumps because that's so true.
And if you live by that, then you are proud to be a loser because there are no hard days or bad days, just days where you learned more than you were happy.
Right.
That's it. Hard days make us strong.
I agree. Hard days do make us strong. I appreciate you saying all that. And I think that's why we get along so well and our companies align so great.
Right.
Just think like there's a higher purpose on all levels. And it's like, just get it done.
And at the same time, too, if there's any entrepreneurs listening, people over policy. Never put policy over a human being. That is, I don't know where that started. It must have been maybe Rockefeller back in the day with big business or industrial revolution, but there will never be a policy that is stronger than the will of a human being. And if you put a policy over a person, you will fail. And that person will fail also. Policy is meant to be there as a crutch, not something that's going to be overlapping your business. And when you really dive in to people, that's where the true power is. The people have power and the policy will be there to support that. That's all. And I think that's why businesses like us work so well together, is because we understand that and we know that the people are the power, and that's everything. That's literally everything. Without people, none of this would exist.
I 100% back you up. I think that's great. So if there are listeners out there, entrepreneurs, I back that up as well. And I really appreciate you taking time with us. What you're doing is great for your employees all the way to the products out there. And I appreciate you taking time today. And I think we only have about 3 minutes left. But again, thanks for letting us be a part of your business.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you guys for solving so many problems. I know you guys are really close to the canvas working on labels and stuff, but to have the stuff come in and to see our team get excited when the UPS truck arrives, because labels are here. That seems so minuscule, but it's so powerful. And the fact that just labels can do that to just my pomades. What is this? This is nuts. This is power. This is energy. And I love it. And I really am grateful for you guys being able to solve the issue with how they looked, their pricing, and being able to assist me in new projects and giving me new ideas. I have bottles leaking. This is something we're actively working on. This is a real project that we're working on. And I have them all right here. We're actively having products leak in transit. We put heat seals on them, but you guys are like, hey, we have tamper evidence seals. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Send me some. And you guys send me some. So now I have a project sitting here to check these out, which is going to save my company thousands of dollars a week because of leaking product in the mail. So I didn't even know this was an actual thing until you guys mentioned it to me. So that amount of, I didn't even know I was supposed to be worrying about that. And you guys were like, I got this. You're steps ahead of me, which is 100% what any business owner needs. And that coming from you guys, like I said, I'm incredibly grateful.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that, it's reaching all your goals and more, because it's truly from the bottom of our hearts. That's what we're striving for. So I'm glad that
I can tell.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks for your products, first of all. And thanks for you being you and a great person and everything you've done.
Thank you. Yeah. And if you guys ever need anything, please let me know. I come to you guys with all my problems. You guys can come to me too.
Okay. Well, we'll make a whole nother meeting on this, and I have a list, and we'll start talking about business stuff.
Let's do it. I don't care. I'm here to solve problems just like you guys are.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. And thanks for taking time with us.
Thank you. I'm actually getting ready to place another order here. So you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to growing with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.